For the story of the assembly, we didn't just want to rely upon the emotional amplification that VR provides. We wanted to leverage that and really make the most of it by telling a really engaging story that gripped players, that gave them moral choices to make as they progressed and immersed them in the world.
Larson, don't tell me you're mixed up in this too.
With the assembly, we've created what I think is quite a mature and realistic storyline. And I think you might find that players think it's closer to a gritty TV series than a traditional video game story.
We wanted to capture the player's imagination, so the themes we explore in the assembly are inspired by current events and real-life concerns. Life-changing technology is being developed at an increasingly rapid rate, and recent disease pandemics have sparked real-life concerns. There are people who think that both the spread and cure of such contagious diseases could be man-made, and that there could be a corporate agenda behind such outbreaks.
So we had all these amazing themes we wanted to convey, and we needed a way for the player to be able to experience and explore them. This led to the creation of the Assembly, a morally ambiguous organisation working outside the remit of the government on projects that they think will advance humanity. The fact that they're working outside the law enables them to push the boundaries and not have to worry about the legal constraints that restrict experimentation. So whether that's cryonics or nanotechnology or mind control, these are things they can all explore without having to worry about the repercussions in the eyes of the world. It's hard to argue that the Assembly hasn't done things that make the world a better place. But whether the Assembly are good or bad isn't a decision that the game makes for the player. It's something the player gets to make for themselves as they explore the environment and learn more about the organisation. Having two characters allows us to give the player two different perspectives of the Assembly, both narratively and as a VR experience. That's what led to the creation of the characters of Cal and Madeline.
And let me be the first to officially welcome you to our facility.
Yes, there's nothing more welcoming than being kidnapped.
Madeline Stone is being inducted into the Assembly, and while her initial experience with them is negative, they're trying to sell themselves to Madeline and show all the good that they can actually do.
I must say I was expecting something more medical.
Your medical credentials aren't in doubt. But we need to understand who Madeline Stone is, and whether she has what it takes to help the Assembly achieve its goals.
Cal Pearson, however, is a veteran of the Assembly.
You want me to wear these to the party, Jen? You should make them charge faster.
He fully understands what good they can do, but now events have forced him to face the darker side of the organisation that he's chosen to ignore for so long.
Live samples. I seriously hope they didn't already start live trials with a new Cassius strain.
So narratively, you get to see two different sides of the Assembly, but you also get to physically embody these two different characters, different heights, different sounds, different speeches and personalities.
I'll need Chavez's keycard to get in.
So we're using VR to amplify the player's immersion in the characters.
Okay. It's very pretty.
Whereas making decisions in a typical game can be quite hard, in VR, because you actually believe you're there, everything's much stronger, and those decisions can be incredibly tricky.
We're not guiding the player to come to any specific conclusion about the Assembly. We've purposely designed the narrative to allow players to introduce their own emotions and feelings into the game, to be influenced by their own experiences both inside and outside the story.